What's going on, everybody? Ricks TV back with another video, and in today's video we'll be discussing, will LeBron James request a trade back to the Cleveland Cavaliers after the Cleveland Cavaliers have acquired Donovan Mitchell via trade. So as you guys know, I've been very vocal, and pretty much the only person was at the forefront stating that I thought that LeBron James will request a trade back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, as per usual, which is just basically normal at this point, I was greeted with all this aggression, this hate. You don't know basketball. LeBron will retire with the Los Angeles Lakers. He'll retire in Los Angeles and ride off into the sunset. He will play with Bronny James in LA. You better stop saying LeBron will leave the Lakers. You should just be thankful that he brought you the chip, right? Now, as I've mentioned before, Jeanie Buss has been playing chess the entire time. She know how this ordeal will end. People think when she stated that Russell Westbrook was the best player last year on the Lakers, we gotta spin this narrative, okay? She was just boosting his trade value. No, she was not. You know that was a clear shot at LeBron James, because come on, bro. You don't think Jeanie Buss is smart enough to understand that LeBron James and Russell Westbrook without Anthony Davis is more than enough to make it to the play-in tournament? She's not stupid, bro. As much as y'all think that she just may be in it for the glitz and the glamour and selling the Los Angeles lifestyle, and she doesn't know basketball, like, she's not stupid. It's basic common sense. Jeanie Buss resigned LeBron James in that $97 million contract. That's nothing to her. That's just spending money, right? That's shopping money for Jeanie Buss, right? In the contract, he's ineligible for a no trade clause, and for LeBron James, it's a plus for him because he gets a 15% pay increase if he's traded. So whatever team he's traded to, they have to give him a 15% pay increase. That's why it's important to read. You know, the Lakers aren't trading those picks. It's too risky. A trade is off the table for Kyrie Irving, and the Brooklyn Nets has his career dangling over the Brooklyn Bridge. This is payback for Kyrie Irving getting out of line last season, thinking his name is Glorilla. He's FREE, vaccine free. Okay, fasting and eating bananas on the sideline like he's a gorilla. But the Brooklyn Nets are the real King Kongs on the block. King Kong ain't got you on me. Okay, why? Because they are in the position of power. Kyrie Irving has to perform at an ultra high elite level next season. Why? Because he's on a contract year. See, he can't pull those same tactics he did last season, right? Oh, no, he can't. Kyrie Irving wants to get a big deal, a max contract. You think the Lakers are going to offer him a max deal next season, right? He has to prove to another team why he deserves another max deal. So Kyrie Irving has to be Kobe Bryant Jr. in the playoffs this season, or otherwise you're going to either have to retire or resign, because nobody's going to want Kyrie Irving. So I predict Kyrie Irving will either resign with the Nets or he'll be the next Colin Kaepernick out of the league, okay? But I was met with such hate and vitriol saying that LeBron James was going to be traded, but it mostly came directly from the usual suspect, the Lagodlers, right? That's what I call them, the Lagodlers, better known as the Bronsexuals. But now I'm seeing this hypocrisy, a shift, because all I seen is comments saying, oh, LeBron James is going back to Cleveland now that Donovan Mitchell has been traded to the Cavs, because subconsciously deep down the Bronsexuals are waving the white flag. They know it's over. They know that LeBron James won't win another ring in LA. The future is blurry. AD is injury prone, been out for basically 2 seasons now. LeBron James and Westbrook, they don't fit because their styles are one and the same. Jeanie Buss is adamant on saying that LeBron, you made your bed, now you have to lay in it. Because I know she could have gotten Donovan Mitchell, bro. I mean, just look at what the Cleveland Cavaliers gave up to get Donovan Mitchell. They gave up those picks. The Lakers could have did the same thing, because I said it in my most previous video. But she knows LeBron James will get frustrated and will eventually request a trade at the first sign of difficulty or embarrassment. LeBron James would much rather not be embarrassed than to surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He could care less about that record if he's continuing to get embarrassed. LeBron James would much rather at least win than to be embarrassed. He don't like embarrassment, and I'll be surprised if he's able to even get through an entire season because he's not as athletic as he once was. He can't just fly past defenders. He doesn't have any ball handling skills. He has no go-to moves. He doesn't really have a great jump shot. So he's going to resort to, I wouldn't be surprised if he quits and walks off the court mid-games. And I could see him resort to fighting a lot of the players. But the Lakers front office know that next season will be a repeat of last season, a disaster season volume 2. Album in stores soon, okay? But it's over. They already looking for an oust for LeBron James. So now the Bronsexuals are planning an escape. See, the Lagodlers always look for an easy way out for LeBron James to get a championship ring because in their minds, if he gets 6 rings or close to 6 rings, he can be seen. See, it's all perception. With the Bronsexuals, he'll be seen in their minds. It'll help him in the GOAT conversation. It'll make him the GOAT over Michael Jordan. So secretly they want LeBron to head back to Cleveland and have Donovan Mitchell save the day. They know that Cavs team could be a potential super team if you add LeBron James. Darius Garland is a phenomenal player. He's a superstar. He's going to be a mega superstar. And this is just my opinion. I think that Darius Garland, he's the best guard since Steph Curry, better than Trae Young and a lot of these up-and-coming players. And there are a lot of people questioning this fit, stating that both Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland have to score the ball and it's only one ball out there on the basketball floor. But that's even more reason why LeBron James should be favored to go back to Cleveland, because he's a great facilitator and he'll bring balance within that offense to get them both great looks. But it just always made sense for LeBron James to rather play in Cleveland with his sons opposed to playing in Los Angeles. Why? Because the Cavaliers is the same team that LeBron James was drafted by. So how great would it be for your sons to follow in your footsteps?